Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another playthrough of Let's Mine, where I'm going to be running through my mining simulator and see if I can make a bit of money today. So I'll be running it through my VS Code as normal. I'm working on a new splash screen, which I should have soon, but I'm going to be starting off my game. So the idea is today is to see is if I can make money. I'm starting off with a $10 million budget, which is low for mining, and do some exploration, drilling, mining, processing, and see if I can get back or above that 10 million. The last time since I released a sort of a video on this, I've added a few things like sounds. You'll see some ambient sounds later on when the process of the mining process is running. There are some really loud blasting noises which are included. I've also included a bit of a tutorial where it will show you sort of the steps that you'll be running through while going through the simulator itself, and teaches you a little bit about the basics of mining and why we're doing what we're doing. So the first thing that I would do is I would be going to my drill, which is my exploration drilling, and doing some exploration drilling and see if I can find a decent size ore body. So I found some low grades. Let's estimate these low grades is about 9 million, so it's almost not worth mining because the cost for that will probably be a little bit more. So let me walk around in my canvas, go and see if I can find some other high grade areas. So I'm not drilling around the red and the green because that signifies areas that I'm not allowed to mine, so environment sensitive areas. So I'm ignoring those for now. Let me see what this looks like. There's some grades at the bottom, but again, it's very close to the sensitive area. Let me estimate it. So that's worth about 18 million at an average grade of 4%. Important to note. Unfortunately, if I do have a V shape for my mine itself, I'm not going to be able to go close to that. So let's see if I can find another area that might be closer to surface, that's easier to mine. This seems to be a good starting area here. Let me go and build my block model again. So it's about 2.5% grade. So it's a nice little medium grade block. I can get back to that now as well. I want to spend a little bit more money on my exploration drilling to see if I can find some nicer blocks. Some of the code fixes that I need to do is for the holes to start from a surface. It's starting one block short. I'm giving myself a drilling discount. Let me estimate this. So it's about 2.5% grade overall for the area that I've highlighted. It is a nice medium grade area. There's a high grade block in there. High grade blocks you actually do get quite a lot of money from. So it's almost worth just mining the one block for quick revenue. But I'm going to be continuing exploration drilling and see if there's anything else in the world. I generally give myself about $1 million in exploration. Alright, seems like we found something here. So let me go and build a block model. So this is a nice 3.69 grade. So yep, there's a nice area, open pit area that I'm going to be mining. It's a nice high grade block. I'll be doing a quick run through on this and see if I can get back to my 10 million or above that. So that is the purpose of the simulator. So before I do is I'm going to be building a stockpile so that material is going straight to my stockpile, and I will be building a processing plant as well right to the side, and then start off with my mining sequences. So let's start off identifying the sequence of the blocks that I want to be mining. I am staying on a 45-degree shape of my open pit. While that is running, I'm going to be hiding my exploration holes. The sounds that you're hearing in the background, that is whenever a blast takes place. I've built in a little bit of a sound for the blast that you can hear. So I'm going to continue mining the next bench and the next bench and then that bit. Since I've left out a bit of blocks at the bottom, I am now going to be doing a bit of a pushback. So pushback is where we're taking one side of the pit, push it back a little bit more so we can maintain this 45 degrees. And now I've basically done and mined everything, sequenced everything that I've wanted. I'm doing this run through by not doing any of by not taking any upgrades like upgrading equipment or drilling or blasting or buying drill rigs or even doing the sort of the other equipments. For now, I am leaving it as is and just focusing on the high grade block itself. So as you can see, the high grade is about 6%, so it is quite a high grade area. I can see that I can start getting material into my stockpile. I have not sent anything yet to my plant to be processed, so that's why my total revenue is still 0. So if I go start stockpile loading, I can hear a little sound and I can see that I'm starting to send material to my plant, so I can see my revenue starting to increase. The way that I've set it up is that once my stockpile gets to 0, tons to 0, it will stop that process and you've got to go and restart it off again. That's what normal. So if you've got nothing in your stockpile, you can't send anything to your plant, so your plant stops. So you've got to try and balance it to get material from the pit into the stockpile and then be able to send it to the plant as well. So you can see I am sending about 4,000 tons a day. I'm mining about similar, probably mining a little bit less than that at the moment. So that's part of sort of the game balancing that I need to look at. At the moment, my stripping ratio is very low, 0.96. That's not what you would call realistic. That's only because all my ore is very, very close to surface. So I didn't have to go and do a lot of stripping to be able to get that. I can already see that my budget is already over the 10 million. So because it's a very high grade block area, I know that I'm going to be making money out of this. I've done quite a few runs of this, so starting to understand based on the simulator and the costing model that I've built in, what would be my average grade, what to look for. So I know, for example, that about 2.2%, 2.5%. Also, it can go up a little bit if I start mining bigger areas and implementing my upgrades as well to be able to make it worthwhile. Do I have material in my stockpile? No, my stockpile is sitting at 0. So I'm just waiting for the last ore blocks to be mined. Okay, I clicked there on a block there in the middle of somewhere. But hey, we can ignore that one for now. Waiting for that last bit to mine. Sitting on 4.7, so my total cost is about 9.5. My total revenue is about 17 million. So my overall operating budget, which is basically my profit, is minus the 10 million. So my profit at the moment is about 4.6 million. And if you want to continue on with the simulator, is then you would then go and reinvest that into drilling exploration. So while I'm at the bottom of the pit, I'm going to be drilling a few holes. So let's show hide exploration holes. And please see if there's anything else a little bit deeper. So I can see here's more areas that I've identified in my pit itself. So let's go and build a block model for those. So I can see that's about a 3.7 million, 3.79% grade. It's a nice big high grade ore body as well. So now that I've identified an extension to my ore body, I'm going to go and mine this out as well. So let's go and mine this as well through a pushback to get to the bottom of my pit. It's almost worth mining those at continuing on my pushback, and we'll be doing a quick little deeper area of my mine. So you'll have as you progress on further, you'll have parts of your operating mine that will be deeper, as you would do in normal world as well. I've got material in my stockpile, 16,000. So I'm going to go and start my stockpile loading. I can hear my little sound in the background. It tells me that I am now sending material from my stockpile to my plant. I am processing. I am producing metal. I'm blasting. I'm drilling. I'm loading. Let's go and show the exploration holes as well. If I want to, I can go and walk around and while this is all going, and do some more exploration. So I know that bit is running on its own. So let's go and do some, let's drill a few holes and find more areas that possibly could be mined. So here is one big ore body. So let's go and block model it. So that's 69 million, average grade of 4. So if I wanted to continue on playing this simulator, this would be my next mining area. So there's a nice big, you're not going to get this lucky in every single time. You will have low grade ore bodies, you will have medium grade, you'll have high grade ore bodies, depending on how lucky you are with the random world generation. Some of the logic that I'll be looking at for in the next sort of couple of releases is the actual mining logic, where you can't mine a block if the block's above you and above you adjacently hasn't been mined. Sort of getting closer, because at the moment I can go and mine everywhere I want on the canvas, as you can see from the little block hole that I've got here. The idea is I want to remove that and make it sure that you do follow the sort of 45-degree open pit angle. But that's in my next week or so, 2 weeks code that I will be doing. So waiting for this, I can already see I made a profit of $12 million because of this high grade. This last couple of blocks just needs to be mined. Won't take too long. I'm almost done, and then I can shut this mine off and see where we are as a quick run through. I can see there's a few tons in my stockpile, so I'm quickly sending them through while I'm waiting for the last couple of blocks to be mined. So there's about 1,000 tons left. As soon as the last 2 ore blocks are mined and sent to the stockpile, then I can restart up my plant process again and then finish off this quick demonstration of my mining simulator. So just wait for those last two almost done, and start the last bit of my stockpile. Waiting for it to run dry. So 540 left. Overall grade, so stats from this mining, so my overall grade was 5.4%. I've made $15 million in profit, starting off with my 10 million. My overall cost per ton was 17. My stripping ratio was 1.27. Overall grade was 1.5. I can see what my drilling costs, my blasting, and my load and haul costs were, and total cost, total revenue, and then my operating budget. So, yeah, that is a quick run through of Let's Mine, DMS Mining Simulator. I want to thank you for your time. Until next time, happy mining, happy gaming. Thanks.